Welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. Let's see the inventory here. Yeah, I have everything.
Of course. Leave us alone, will you please?
Yes, sir.
My lord. I would have come sooner had they allowed it. How are you?
My plans are in ruins. How do you think I am?
I understand. It's going to get worse, though. Balin has taken Trian's place in the Assembly. He introduced a motion to condemn you immediately, and it easily passed. He had fully half the Assembly ready to vote on something completely against tradition and justice. He must have been making deals and alliances for months, if not years.
So now Balin will be king when my father dies.
I'm afraid so. Some of the lords, especially Harrowmont, are suspicious of Balin's instant rise to power. They are rallying, but far too slowly. The Assembly has already sentenced both of us.
Tell me.
I am to be exiled to the surface, but you are to be sealed in the deep roads to fight Darkspawn until you are overwhelmed and killed.
What does my father say about this?
Lord Harrowmont says the king is taken ill. He couldn't bear losing 2 of his children at once. Lord Harrowmont gave me access to see you so I could tell you this. Duncan and the Grey Wardens are still in the deep roads, in tunnels connected to those you are to be left in. If you survive long enough to find the Grey Wardens, you may be able to escape with Duncan.
That's all the chance I need.
Our time is up. May the Paragons guide your sword and the stone hold you up.
Goodbye, Gorham.
I will always be your man, my Lord Idukan.
Not really.
They are ready for you now. Here is the prisoner, Lord Harrowmont.
Having been found guilty of fratricide by the Assembly of Orzammar, you are hereby sentenced to exile and death. Your name is from this point forward stripped from the records. You are no longer a person, nor a memory. You are to be cast into the deep roads with only sword and shield. Dare to redeem your life by fighting the enemies of Orzammar until your death. Do you have anything to say before the sentence is carried out?
Balin will destroy you, just as he did with me.
I understand your anger. You should have been allowed to defend yourself. Had I the power to stop this, I would have. Look me in the eye and tell me you didn't do this. For your father's sake.
Right. I didn't kill Trian.
You're a terrible liar.
Yeah.
Soldier, hand the accused your sword and shield. Open the doors and let the condemned walk through. May the stone accept you when you fall.
Screw you. You can persuade them, but it's not easy. Anyway, let's go. Into the deep roads. Okay. Well, that's armor. Darkspawn.
Stay still! Desperation will utterly hurt you.
Ah, great. I'll probably gain another level in here. Come on. Yeah. Chest, which I can't open. And some copper. That's all I have, 5 copper. Great. Well, with this mod, improved atmosphere, I'll make a lot of money. Hello there.
Let's get started. Only one of that. Let's get started.
Another
No mercy!
corpse and a spider. Keep moving.
Excellent.
There should be more loot right here, I think. No, wait, not this side, but the other side. This side, that side I was going, and actually leads to Duncan. But I don't want to go to Duncan yet. There is a group of deep stalkers here guarding the corpse. There we go. There we go. That's That's exactly what I was looking for. Thing is, I do not have the strength to use it yet. The battle dress of the provocateur. It has 14 armor, 4 dexterity, yada yada yada. It's just very, very good. However, I can equip this. Yeah. And the axe. Yeah, I'll stick with the boots I have currently. And I simply do not have the strength necessary to... to equip any of the heavy armor I found. Let's keep going. And find Duncan. There he is.
By the Maker, it's a dwarf.
Lord Idukan, what are you doing here alone? Where are your troops?
Grey Wardens aren't the only ones who can survive here.
I'm aware of your family's experience with these tunnels, but no dwarf has set foot here for years. May I ask what happened?
I have been exiled.
Exiled? To these tunnels of death? What crime could be so terrible?
I do not think matters of dwarven honor are any business of ours. You need not answer, friend.
I was betrayed by my brother.
Lord Trian?
No, Balin. Trian is dead.
I see. The brutal intrigue of the Dwarven court continues then. Your father intimated as much. I will not ask what happened. You are the child of my old friend, and do not deserve to die in this pit. You have already proven yourself both resourceful and skilled, and I would expect nothing less from an Idukan. I've been searching for those with your level of ability. Your exploits in the Deep Road set you apart. As leader of the Grey Wardens in Ferelden, I would like to formally invite you to join our order.
Well, I can't see... Well, I can see as I have much choice. What the hell? Okay.
Then welcome. We leave immediately for Ostagar to join with the human forces facing the Darkspawn hordes led by King Kaelan. Stay close. There are still Darkspawn around every corner.
You mean the Ferelden army forces that are massing at Ostagar? Under Loghain's command, Kaelan's just an idiot. Yeah, there I said it. Kaelan's a fucking moron.
We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korcari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Kaelan, I didn't expect a
royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is he?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
There's no need to be so formal, Duncan. We'll be shedding blood together after all. Ho there, friend. Might I know your name?
I am no friend of yours, human lord.
You've got yourself a lively one, Duncan. And I was beginning to think the Wardens were all stodgy priests. It's good to see one of the honorable stout folk outside Orzammar.
How much do you know about dwarves, your majesty?
I've always wanted to learn more. Perhaps you could enlighten me sometime.
If your majesty wishes.
I do. I'll make sure to have the finest dwarven brew brought up from the palace cellars. After we've dealt with the blight, of course. I've been to Orzammar. King Endrin invited my father to a grand proving long ago. How does Endrin fare these days?
I'm his son, and he was fine when I saw him last.
Well, it seems your story may be even more interesting than I suspected. Allow me to be the first to welcome you to Ostagar. The Wardens will benefit greatly with you in their ranks.
We'll see about that.
I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different.
You sound very confident about that.
Overconfident, some would say. Right, Duncan?
Your Majesty, I'm not certain the blight can be ended quite as quickly as you might wish.
I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
You'd hoped for a war that would last decades, destroy your lands, kill tens of thousands of your people? Who the hell is this guy and why is he
What the
king?
king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here.
He didn't seem to take the Darkspawn very seriously.
True.
We're talking...
Despite the victories so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling.
You could if you were not such a fool.
You must not speak of the king so. He is overeager, perhaps, but he is also one of the few Grey Warden allies. Our numbers in Ferelden are too few. We must do what we can, and look to Teyrn Loghain to make up the difference. To that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay.
What do you need me to do?
Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Until then, I have business I must attend to. You may find me at the Grey Warden tent on the other side of this bridge, should you need to.
Now, over the course of this walkthrough, or walkthroughs actually, I'm gonna criticize every single thing that I dislike about the games. And one of the things I do dislike about this section, Ostagar, is that Cailan is a complete and utter moron. And Duncan's not that bright either. As for Loghain, he has some issues as well in this particular section. Don't get me wrong, I like Loghain, but I'm not blind to what he is. And he isn't particularly smart in this section.
Right.
So, yeah. That's the issue with Pyro games. They try and make the player feel important, but they achieve this, or try and achieve this, by making people dumbasses, essentially. Now, don't get me wrong. I know people are idiots in real life, but when a large portion of people are in video games, and it's something that repeats itself in over Bioware games, like if I look at KOTOR, I look at Mass Effect, Mass Effect series, the Council, Cerberus, the Alliance. They're all kind of stupid in one way or another, especially Cerberus in Mass Effect 3, the Council in Mass Effect 2, the Alliance in Mass Effect 2, etc. I could go on. And it's a problem. And don't get me started on Dragon Age 2. One of the things I do like about Awakening is that no one really seems to be a complete and utter dumbass in that game. I know there are some pretty stupid people, but not this stupid. Nowhere near the level of Caitlyn, if you understand me. Or even Duncan. Duncan is pretty stupid as well. I hate to say it. He's a badass, but he's stupid.
Right.
Right, anyway, Costin here, signing out.